Game time, fellas. Game time, fella.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 94 of Keeping It Real. I'm your host, Kadis, and I just woke up. I have to be at work in an hour and 23 minutes. I am cold. I am tired. I am sad. My uniform, there's going to be multiple times when I get up during this episode, and that's just because by the time that it ends, I'm going to have to throw my uniform on, get on my bike, and get to work for a miserable 10 to 6, 5.5 hour shift. Oh my God. This is going to be so deeply painful. Then I have to get up again and do it again tomorrow. But you know what? That's just what happens. That's what happens when... That's just what happens. So, let's make the most of it. I don't know. I'm freezing. I'm so cold. Ugh. Alright, so now I'm supposed to entertain you fuckers. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. Yesterday I clipped the podcast. It's pretty crazy stuff. I've got to be honest with you. Pretty crazy stuff. I'm probably gonna do it again today because it was really painless. And I go through all this trouble to make the podcast. And it's kind of like stand-up comedians, you know? It's like you don't, you get, the way you get traction is through clipping. So, I mean, I don't have a crowd to do crowd work, but, clipping is inevitable, unavoidable. It has been shown to me through this 1 year of social media that short-form content is seriously an advantage. 20 seconds. I mean, you guys have seen the kind of shorts that I make. 23 seconds where, you're barely even thinking. You turn your brain off almost. So imagine turning your brain, I don't know. It's just too big. It's too big of an opportunity to turn up. And it's honestly, I have to clip. It's kind of an athlete has to run. I have to. Speaking of running, yesterday I went on another 1 mile walk, and I was actually kind of ready to get home and get my stuff done and everything. So I was actually running, and on my run back, there was this car pulling out of the driveway, so I went behind them because they stopped, and then I found myself in this. Behind this brick divider, so I tried to jump over the brick divider to get back on the sidewalk, and I banged my knee really hard. It's okay though, because Sam had Neosporin. And yeah, now it's just sore, but I mean, yeah, I imagine it's going to hurt a little bit at work. Maybe I'll throw a Band-Aid on. I don't know. I have really hairy legs, so Band-Aids are not ideal, but it's either that or rubbing against my pant leg. I'm live on Keeping It Real, episode 94. Hello? Welcome. I'm Jack. I'm Jack, and this is Keeping It Real. And I want to throw my Apple Watch on. I'm going to throw my Apple Watch because, you know what? It's charged. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? It is charged, and I am awake. The more that we do this, the more time goes on in this episode, the more I wake up. The more I wake up, the more ready I am for work. The more ready I am for work, the more I go to work. The more I go to work, the more I get off work. The more I get off work, the more I go to bed. And the more I go to bed, the more I get back here to do this again. And it's all a cycle that never ends. I'm stuck in a loop. But at least I'm not in The Truman Show, I think. I could be in The Truman Show. If you don't know, The Truman Show is a great movie starring Jim Carrey, and I won't spoil it. You have to go watch it. Coming up soon, in just 6 short episodes now, we have Keeping It Real, episode 100, with special guests. And I am very, very excited for this episode. I think that I honestly can't wait. It's going to be a fun day because I think I'm literally going to spend the entire day with my special guest. He's going to come around 10 o'clock, so about an hour from now, and that's when we'll start filming. And then from there, after the episode ends, we have the same shift at work. So we'll just head into work. And, that's dope. That's hot. You know what I'm saying? And it's also Thursday night. I didn't go out at all last night, and I'm thinking maybe this weekend I hit the streets once. Dance a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Haha. Let me create a hypothetical for you here. Oh, dude, I don't even want to create a hypothetical for you here. What do I want to create for you here? Oh, he buys you flowers. I hope he holds your hand. Give you all his hours when he has the chance. Take you to every party. 'Cause I remember how much you loved to dance. Do all the things I should have done when I was your man. Do all the things I should have done when I was your man. I hope he buys you flowers. I hope he does. My videos on YouTube are getting an all-time low amount of views. Let's talk about that. You know what I want to say and think? I want to be like, oh, well, I'm just like a starving and struggling stand-up comedian. Like, as long as I believe in my work, eventually this will be like the part of my career where everyone looks back onto as like the dark ages, Like, this is where I'm fighting for a name for myself. And is that even like, can you even like what does that mindset do for me? Well, I guess for one thing, I'm not a big manifestation guy, but I do think like if you believe, you can accomplish. So when it comes to this, I am quick to subscribe to the idea that eventually this will become something close to the way I envision, right? But then I wonder, what do I envision? Like, realistically, do I envision just having 1,000 episodes where each episode gets 20 views? Honestly, sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't like should I be like biting down and forcing myself to say and believe truly that like by the time we're at episode 1,000, we're going to be getting thousands of views. tens and hundreds of thousands of views every episode. You know, if we had 100 views every episode on this podcast, I would have enough watch time, viewership, enough of an audience to legitimately start thinking of supporting. I mean, I could support a family with that much, with those many eyes. You know, sponsorships, I could sell things. I've been thinking about selling things lately. I know there's not very much of you, but I have been thinking about selling things, not because I think I'd make money. I may even lose money. I'd probably use Shopify. And I was like, last night I kind of had the best idea I've had yet. So far, I've just kind of been like, I could, you know, I got to find one thing that's small that I can hand make to sell, right? And I keep like bracelets. No, I don't know. Like that. Like I can maybe draw pictures for people. Like, I don't know. But last night I'm like, what if I open a shop on Shopify? Because I've heard it is this easy. I cite Alex Steele. I think he uses Shopify. And what if it's like Facebook Marketplace / garage sale? Like I have all this junk. Like I'm always the kind of person that has junk, right? And I always end up like throwing it away and like year gaps. I just end up tossing stuff. So I'm thinking like, what if I open a Shopify, plug it in my stuff, and then offer like, and then say you can buy my shit, and it's like way cheaper than it should be, and I can add little like personal touches, letters, you know, I can, you know, like stuff like that, and that sounds like a good idea. And I like that idea. It seems like personal, it seems different, and it seems like if I was watching me, like if I was one of you guys watching me like fight for whatever it is I'm fighting for, monetization or like some sort of fame, you know, I feel like if I heard this announcement, I'd be like, well, I at least have to go look at the store. Like he's just selling random shit. Like I wonder what the hell he's selling. And yeah. So wake up, bruh. This ain't no game. Wake the hell up, bruh. This is keeping it real. We're keeping it real. How many times are you going to yawn before you stop yawning? Oh. Last night was rough. I probably got like 6 hours of sleep. This night I'm for sure going to crash out. Tomorrow I have work at 3 or maybe even 4. I'm not sure. Lots of closing tonight. To this week, I'm going to be doing lots and lots of closing. I closed last. Look, this is what I want to know. Last time I closed, I'm like the guy. I become like the guy in charge. Or like last time I was the guy with the most experience at the store, which was crazy. And I wonder, like, was it a good close? I guess I'm about to go find out. I don't think it was. We got out of there at 9:30. For some reason, I feel like it was a bad close, but we will see. And I cut my finger. And my beard is long, and I can't really shave my beard. And Charlie XCX. I'm with the minute. I'm your favorite rappers, baby. I'm so inspired. Oh. God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club, oh mama. I'm just having fun on the stage, and my heels is where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. Dude, I feel like people in New York City just live a better life. Seriously, genuinely, I believe that. I think like whatever grind whatever life I could make for myself here in Raleigh, it would just be better in New York City. I think, but like, hear me out. I think if I moved to New York City today, I would really struggle. I think it would be like a good 2 years of adjustment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 2 years of finding my place, finding my people, and finding like a community strong enough to where I wasn't, I don't know, more sad. Like to the point where I wasn't like more stressed or more tired. Like I feel like I would really have to push to fit in. And that's like, I think, the beauty of the city. I feel like with a small town, like if you moved out into the middle of Arkansas, you would be able to like it'd be like within the week that like you found community, because it's just so damn small. They'd notice you were new. You know what I'm saying? And like it'd be hard not to make friends because there would be so little people that everyone would be willing to have a new friend, you know? But then New York City, it's like everyone already has so many people in their lives. Like when you touch down there, right, and you unpack and move in, it's like, holy fuck, I'm all alone. That is such a, like, I guess I've just described that phenomenon. The most dense city in the United States, you'd think like it'd be easier to find community. And that's what I'll say. I think it's harder to find community, yet there are more communities to find, which is so weird. Speaking of community, I am seriously big on community when it comes to mental health. I think those that struggle with happiness and fulfillment, and I mean, obviously, like a sense of belonging, are the ones that have weak to maybe no communities. Like, I'm trying to grow mine, right? I try to, like, in my life, there is my family, there are my roommates and my friends, there are everyone at work, there is all the people I know from high school, there is all these blends between the two, you know? And these different communities allow me to thrive. If I, for example, lost the community that I've come to love at work, it'd be like getting shot. Like I'd have to heal from that. And it's almost like we're parasitic as people. Like I thrive off of those people that know me and I know them, and I thrive off of a relationship that me and I and them and I continue to build with one another. And it's like I'm sucking, like it really is parasitic, because like I wouldn't say parasitic, because I think it is mutually beneficial. And I forget the word for that, but there is a scientific word for a mutually beneficial relationship. It's not parasitic. It's like when you see a school of fish swimming very close to the body of a whale. I think they eat the bacteria off of the whale's body and benefit from the nutrients, and the whale benefits from being cleaned bacteria-wise by the fish. And it's like those two species benefit mutually from the presence of one another. A parasite is like fungi that takes over a tree and ends up killing it, you know? So 2 years ago today, I was at University Towers. Dang, a lot can change in 2 years. Look at me now. I'm just looking at it just pulled up on my watch. Wow, it's nice to have my watch back on. It feels good. It feels really good to have my watch back on. But yeah, community. I think a lot of success in life is derived from your community. There is. Let's get a little bit racist. See, now that I'm clipping these episodes, like, you never know what might pop up out of context. But, like, hey, you gotta keep being yourself. You have white families and you have black families. And I swear there's been studies on this before. But it's like black children and black people, like, stereotypically, they sing and they dance better. And singing and dancing is genuinely, I believe, healthy for the soul. If you can sing and you can dance and you can, keep a beat and be musical, it's like, I swear it, like, helps your heart health. It makes you smile and all that. And singing and dancing doesn't exist without people to witness you, which is strange, right? Because you'd think, well, I can sing and dance alone, and you can enjoy that, but the whole time you'll be doing it, you'll be thinking about how you're doing it alone, and you'll be imagining, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is all in the witness, like, it is all in the person, it is all in the audience. Like, that is why we do this as people, for, like, and it's not just singing and dancing, it's everything. Like, you like, if you can think that you do things alone and you're a very alone kind of person, but at the end of the day, if all eyes vanished and you were destined to be alone for the rest of your lifespan would shorten by 30 years. I mean, you would go insane. You need the people, and the more people, the better. The more concrete people, that is. So, as in lower income neighborhoods, I swear I read this somewhere. There's like a phenomenon. I say read to make myself sound smarter. I don't know where I saw it or how I saw it, but when I did see it, I thought it made sense. There is a lower income by family, and that forces sort of families to work together. While someone's at work, like, it's okay for kids to roam the neighborhood and be at someone else's house and all that. And because of this, everyone trusts everyone a little bit more, and the pool of adults that collectively raise a child increases by number. And I believe this results in better suited children that they might not understand the weight of community, but it's like you can see the effects of a stronger one with them. They carry traits like being more accepting. They carry traits like better social skills, and I feel like that sort of dynamic lacks a bit when it comes to single income families in neighborhoods that, like my neighborhood, for example, had like an email, like they had like a neighborhood email. And whenever someone's dog got lost, like, it was quick to be emailed about. And we did have a friend down the street when I was younger. We had one friend down the street when I was younger. But after him, it was like the only friends that I made were on my own accord through, I don't even know, how did I meet my friend from down the street? I have no idea how we met. I'd like to know that. I'd like to know how he and I met. But then you've got the overwhelming majority, I lived in a neighborhood with houses all around and great families and great kids. Yet I only really saw the inside of maybe 5 houses near me based on just like neighborhoodness, and like 2 of those 5, I feel like, were just once. I saw the inside of the Springer's house like one time, and they ended up moving away. I saw the inside of the Miller's house once, and that was just because I was hired to babysit, so nobody was even home. I was house sitting. And then David Walker's house, we were in a ton, but they ended up moving to South Carolina when I was like, 12 or something. So then, never went inside that house again. And it's just like, I can't stress this enough. I feel like if, like now imagine if everyone on our street attended like a yearly cookout, or like imagine if everyone on our street randomly threw house parties where it was just like the street that was invited. Like we all lived on the same, it was a short street, and we all lived there together, like spending our lives. Yet for some reason there was like this air of like, I always felt like there was like this air of like timidness when it came to doing anything, like changing the color of your house or cutting your lawn a certain way, or like how many cars you kept in your driveway. Like it was just strange to me how like we didn't, like, yeah, everyone was friendly and all that, but like for some reason, like I don't know, like you would go like, I don't know, it just seemed like how is it that we all are so that we are successful enough to be on this nice quiet street? Like all of us individually have found a way to find ourselves on this street, which is a killer street, like 10 minutes from downtown, in a great neighborhood, quiet, beautiful. But like we don't even like it's just a smile and a nod and a wave at a neighbor. Like I guess that's enough. Maybe I'm fighting for something that like I actually wouldn't want. Maybe I wouldn't want that, like, maybe it's a responsibility to be intertwined with all those people constantly. But like imagine, like seriously, imagine how great would be. I mean, it's like, I don't know. Like I think about it this way. Like I don't think that, like something weird I feel is happening with the world and the internet. Whereas when I think before all this, when there was no internet, to satisfy our human desire for connection, these things that I'm talking about would just happen naturally. You would just be inside your next door neighbor house. Even if he was like a 70-year-old man, you would just end up inside of it for whatever reason. Or you're across the street to the left neighbor, even though like you'll have nothing in common. You have the fact that you would live that close to each other in common. Like that's all that really matters. And you would just find yourself inside that house occasionally for whatever reason. And they'd be over your ears. And you'd never know why or how. Like, and it wouldn't matter. You wouldn't think about it because it would just be normal. But now there's the iPhone and there's Facebook. And it's like we get all this shit pushed at us so often. We somehow think we somehow find like a contentness in the screen and seeing familiar faces on the screen. And we're like, oh, here's the familiar face on the screen. Like, I'm good, And it's like, why would I jeopardize my self-image with someone I live next to personally in real life when I could just get whatever chemicals I need from this guy on the screen? Maybe I'll comment here, comment there. Fuck it. I could even join an online community, which can be jeopardized. And I'll put my, self-worth at risk to give my opinion on this Reddit forum. But the risk is way lower. But let me ask you, is the reward way higher, or is it the same, if not lower? Like, do you really get all you need from an online interaction? You are currently having an online interaction. This is what's called parasocial. You are listening to me talk, and you have been listening to me talk, but the truth of the matter is you cannot speak back to me. You can comment, but I won't be able to read it until later tonight or tomorrow morning when this episode goes live. And even then, I'm not obligated to reply, or even, like, I'm not going to be looking you in your eyes while I read your comment. It's not like you're going to be saying it to my face. Yet here I have the floor for an hour and you're all ears. Maybe you're not all ears, but the point is like it's uneven. It's not like this relationship, what we're doing on right now on the internet, it's more for me than for you, you know? Like this is giving me structure to my life, and it's teaching me how to be consistent, and it's like a dream that I have to become successful in this field, you know? And it's not ever going to say, well, actually it might, you know, like this is like, you could imagine a career that I'm beginning. So eventually through success, I saw this quote last night where it was like, never wait for someone else to do something. If you just start doing it, you'll find the people come along. Like never wait for someone else to go on a run. If you just start running every day, you know, eventually the people that run, the like-minded people, are just going to find you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, if this is something a lot of people, this is what I think. A lot of people multiple times throughout their lives have thought, I think I'd be really good on camera. And I think I could really make something for myself online, you know, with whatever format. I don't know, YouTube. Like, I've always watched YouTube. I think that I'd be a great YouTuber. People think that to themselves all the time, especially my age, you know, that it's very common. Out of all the people I know, I'm one of two that is actually doing it. And that's all right, you know, that's okay. But I have this like vision eventually where through this medium, I find some sort of community. I find some sort of like friend. Like I find people that somehow jumped the gap from I think I'd be good doing this and I'd like to do this to I'm actually doing it. And those are the kind of people that I'd really like to be friends with. And so I am doing it. I'm not waiting until I meet them. You know, I'm not waiting until some other thing happens where I feel that the time is right. My foot itches. Hold on. I am live right now on Keeping It Real. I've picked up the camera and I am recording. I have this like callus thing going on with my foot where it's just like as hard as a rock and I can't even like pick at it with my fingernails. Ow. Okay. It's been 20 minutes and the dryer has stopped, so I'm going to go check on it and make sure my clothes are dry. I might even change quickly into my uniform just so when this episode's over I can just get up and go. Hold on. I'll be right back. This should take like 2 minutes max. Ugh. Okay, a little bit alarming. My clothes are kind of still damp. I put another 20-minute air. If I don't air dry and if I use heat to dry it, then simply put, my clothes will be damp. They'll shrink. So I have to use the air dry setting. And for some reason on that damn dryer, the only times you have to choose from on the air dry setting is 10 and 20 minutes. So every 20 minutes. Why is that? Does anyone know why I can only do 20 minutes for air dry? Is there some reason for that? So in 20 minutes, I'm going to have to get up and click start again. But also, though, if I get up and then by that point, I'll only have 15 minutes left in the episode, aka before I have to hustle to work. So I will probably, if they're still damp after this cycle, which they might be, because it's just 20 minutes and they still felt pretty wet, I will have to put the heat on in hopes that I can dry them out in 10, 15 minutes. And if they shrink a little bit, so what? The pants are already ripped. I ripped my pants again.
I think I need a bigger size or nicer quality pants. The back pocket ripped and the crotch ripped, just like my old ones in the exact same spot. Which is kind of cool, you know, 2 different pants ripping in the exact same spot. It's like, I don't know. It's like, pants can't hold me back, man. The pants can't hold me back, man. Hey, man, the pants can't hold me back, man. I don't know. Should we check? Look. Should we check how the old reels did? So yesterday night, I opened up TikTok, a second Instagram account, and a second YouTube account. So I want to go quickly check. I want to show you something, basically. How many views do you think, all this experience, a year of experience, and I have a year of experience, and I opened a second channel, and I posted 5 shorts on YouTube. How many combined views do you think that I got yesterday? Seriously. How many combined views do you think that I got yesterday? You might, like, this guy has so much experience. He probably got, like, 10,000 views. No. 165. That's it. On YouTube. 3 of my reels got like 60 views and the other 2 got like 0. How many shorts, now let's go to Instagram. How many views do you think my Instagram, a brand new Instagram. How do I log in here? A brand new Instagram. What do you think? Please try. I think I got the password wrong. Please try opening and closing. Reload page. There we go. How many likes did you think I got yesterday? 5 Instagram reels on a fresh account. 0. How many views? 44, 42, 6, 14, 19. Just over 100. Okay, well, you think, okay, what about TikTok? What about TikTok? How do you think my TikToks did? Posts. All of them just got 100 views flat, which on TikTok is nothing. Only one of them got 1 like. Let me tell you something. That's just how it is. All right? I feel like I'm starting to get this picture in my mind where I'm really going to have to start fighting. Like, I'm going to have to really start fighting to put my face on people's plate on the internet. Like, I think that I'm going to... Seriously, I think that I'm really going to have to start, like it's going to be a constant battle for me to stay relevant. You know, once I get in those thousands numbers where I'm making lots of views and, like, gaining a certain number of followers and subscribers every day, it's going to be a fight to stay there. And I don't know, I'm like really starting to, like, gear up for that fight. Like, these 5 videos, I didn't really extend myself too much to post them, right? They're just clipped from my last Keeping It Real episode. And I thought to myself, like, wow, I could have made like 15 more of these clips. And it's just a matter of, like, how much time do I want to work? How much time do I want to spend clipping myself, working? And it was late at night, so I stopped at 5. But, like, today I might do 2. Today I might do 7. But I am going to do something. Like, I'm going to continue to post these accounts. Like, you can't just stop. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I do feel like even though the numbers don't show it, right? Even though and I guess technically they do, right? Because if you go to my main Instagram account, which now has 570 subscribers, and you click on that graph, you know, and you want to say, hey, well, let me know like all time lifetime subscriber graph, see live count. It's going up. It started at 0, and week over week I've gained subscribers. I continue to gain subscribers. So by that metric, you think to yourself, well, you're currently successful. You're growing week over week in subscribers. There's 570 people subscribed to your YouTube channel. And it's like, yeah, that's true. That's true, but that's true, but I don't know. When you do views, hold on, I don't want to be in the lifetime section anymore. 365 days. When you click views in December and January, I sustained much higher view counts than I currently have. Although lately we are making this weird jump where it seems like we're clawing our way to something important. Oh man, what happened yesterday? Bro, yesterday I only got 268 views. That's what happens when you have low energy with the YouTube Shorts, man. It just kills you. Yesterday I kind of went through the motions on the YouTube Shorts, and I had 268 views yesterday. That is something low, bro. That is some low numbers. I can't believe it. I knew I should have remade this. I posted those shorts and I was like, these shorts aren't going to do good. So I was like, I should redo them. And then I was like, nah, I already told myself that I was going to, clip my podcast and post to the second Instagram, second YouTube, and TikTok. These shorts can stay. But look what happened. Only 4.2 watch hours yesterday. I only gained 1 subscriber yesterday. That is not it. You could say we're still headed in the right. I mean, it's all relative, you know. I've gained 91 subscribers from the shorts and 11 from the videos in the last 30 days. New viewers. Yeah, so that's me just scrolling through the computer, being aimless. I know that was a lot of dead space in this episode where I didn't say anything. I'm waiting for the laundry machine to go back off. We have about 17 minutes left in this episode. And actually, it should be less. It should be less. I don't know how much we have left, but it's 9:51 a.m. and I feel like we started this I don't know. It was 9:07? Is that really when we started? Because if it's 9:07, then we do actually have 16 minutes. Okay, actually... Yeah, we have 15 minutes left in the episode. And what is there to say? I'm not sure. My foot still itches. My foot still itches. Yeah, I think clipping is going to do something big for me. Consistent clipping. This is what I envision. I envision one clip going live every single hour on every single platform. Isn't that crazy? through the magic of scheduling. The problem is I don't think you can schedule Instagram posts on PC. So what, am I really going to have to use am I going to have to airdrop? Like, how am I going to do that? I wonder. I might look up, like, is it possible to emulate Instagram iOS on Mac? Why does AI say I can't? BlueStacks. I'm going to try this out. BlueStacks. Looks like I'll be able to emulate Instagram, the mobile version. And if I can do that, then I can schedule posts. I think one clip an hour, because that's 24 hours, and there is 24 of these clips in every one of these Keeping It Real episodes. So realistically, that would just tack on I think this would tack on an extra hour of work to every currently it's like a 2.5 hour day that I do. No, that's not true. It's like a 2 hour flat day. An hour for Keeping It Real, 15 minutes for the Instagram Reel, the 4 YouTube Shorts, and the 10-minute vlog. So an hour and 15 of filming, and then I'd say about 45 minutes of editing. You could technically say 2 hours and a half when it comes to like upload time, but when things are uploading, you're not actually working. You know what I'm saying? I could be absent-minded when things are uploading. I'm not actually working. So I think if I wanted to accomplish this dream of like having clips go live all the time, then I believe an extra hour, 1 hour for 24 clips. I mean, that's after like, I think a month of doing it when I'm really efficient. I think for the first month, it's going to be a bit of a grind. But then when I become really efficient at what I do, it won't be that much. Like it's starting to become like the same way that I saw beginning of Keeping It Real. Like this top left poster, you can't see it in the camera. But when I started that, it was like, okay, I have so much time every day. I make these videos and nothing's coming from it. It's time to take the next step. 1 hour podcast every day. I can't let Keeping It Real die. You know, having the guests on takes a lot of energy. Traveling is a lot of friction. Let's just go solo. Just go solo and let's make it a daily thing. A daily Keeping It Real episode. Let's start. The first week was pretty hard. But now as we go in further and further, it's becoming more and more routine, and I'm able to do it faster and faster. It's like second nature. When this camera turns off, well, I have to go to work right afterwards. But if I didn't have to go to work, I would be able to very, very quickly pop the SD card out, process the audio, combine the two in DaVinci Resolve, export it. You know, the only step that I missed there mentally was just clipping off the front and the end and just post. You know, then I have to make the title, thumbnail, done. And it's like, it used to be like, it was more of a process. It used to be more of a process. I was like, oh, I'm dealing with all these big file sizes. Like it's an hour of footage. Like how, I don't know how long it's going to take for the audio and the video to sync, like this, that. And the truth is, right? The truth is, it's just not, you know, once you do something over and over again, you become efficient at it. So, and you're able to like see how much time it takes you, like more visually, you know? This is what I want to start doing at work. So at work, it's always someone different that I'm closing with, right? So there's always an independent variable. And even if it's someone similar, you never know how their day is going. They might want to put a lot of effort in, they might want to not put a lot of effort in. So while yes, work is a team thing, I think it is time that I begin to develop a routine, a system of tasks, an order of operations. I closed the store down, and this week in particular, I will be doing that 6 out of the 7 days. I'm going to be working 43 hours this week. So, here is the question. Can I be conscious and disciplined enough tomorrow night when I close to write down a plan of close, a plan of what to do, and follow that shit? Can I? Is that possible? I think yes. And I think it's about time that I do it. Because lately, listen, I've closed a lot, and I've been working there a lot. And it's always I always feel like a chicken with my head cut off when the clock strikes 9. Because depending on how fast you are, you can leave before 10, right? But 2 nights ago, I was there until 10 on the dot. And I was racing, stressing the whole time until 10 on the dot. Yesterday night, I was there till 9:30 on the dot. Racing, stressing. And I find that, like with this video stuff, with the routine and the same course of action every day, it's a little bit less stress. Like I kind of know what to do. I go this, done. This, done. I have small changes in the order of operation every day, but at the end of the day, it's like the start, the middle, the finish, that's it. And at work, that's the same. You know, you clock in, you work, you clock out. But there is this like air of uncertainty, I guess. When it comes to closing down the store, like how you leave it, what you do, it is difficult. It's more difficult. It's like the middle and the end are a little bit more blurred, you know, because there's so much to do that when you bounce between tasks, you can really become very inefficient and time can fly by whereas you aren't really cleaning much or getting much done. And I think that it is time for me to be a bit more conscious and a bit more, a bit more decisive in what I am doing. It's time for me to take a breath and complete tasks in a way that allows me to complete them again and again with more efficiency rather than carelessness and speed. So, you know, this can look like a lot of things. I feel like it's hard because at the end of the day, like, customers come in and you have to make them sandwiches and, you know, you are going to be dealing with different coworkers and this and that. It's difficult. And today's a Monday, and I'm not, you know, I'll be back at this desk again at like 4:30 p.m. That's going to be nice. I might even get a Chipotle bowl on the way home because, yeah, I've been working very, very hard, and I deserve some goddamn calories. No trips to McDonald's late night lately, and I think I'm going to keep that up. Yesterday at work, I knew it was going to be a stressful close because one of the guys hadn't worked there for that long, and the other girl comes from a different store, and I'm the only one that knows what actually needs to get done and how it needs to get done and how to do it fast. You know, the other two people are kind of just like there to be there, you know, like they're training, I guess. And that's just so stressful because then I'm put in the position of like giving people orders, this, you know, and I don't want to be that guy, but someone has to be that guy. And I'm running around making sure everything's done, and I know I'm about to go clock in 30 minutes and hear about what I did wrong, and like that's okay because it was a fast close, whatever. But I really just multiple times throughout that shift was just like, damn, let me chug a soda, let me pop a hole in one of these root beer cans and shotgun it, because that would, you know, I could just push past the guilt. You know, I do that all the time, and like the massive sugar hit in liquid form to my stomach would go into my blood and it would feel good. I feel good. But I didn't do it. I was like, for what? For what, bro? So you can feel good for 5 minutes? You're going to feel shitty afterwards. And it's going to start a chain where maybe you're going to do another one and another one. And tomorrow you're going to do another one and another one. And then you're just going to be feeling sorry for yourself. You know? So I made the right choice. I drank water instead. And I'm really proud of that. Here comes the end of the episode. I am going to check. The laundry is still running. I don't think my clothes are dry, so I'm going to go put them on heat for just a little bit. It's 10:02. We have 5 minutes left in the episode. I'll be back in 30 seconds. I should have done that earlier. This is going to be close. My pants, there was a spot on my pants that was still very wet, so I put it on high heat, and now I guess there's 4 minutes. Got 4 minutes, so they're either going to dry up in 4 minutes or my pants are going to be a little bit soggy today at work. I'm going to, if it's okay with you, throw on the correct pair of underwear because, yes, there is a hole in my pants. I'm gonna put my headphones on, and I'll even put my socks on too, because we are gonna be cutting it close. I wonder if it's hot or cold outside. Don't have time to check. Literally. We have 3 minutes left in the episode. It's been a banger of an episode, I have to say. One sock, two sock, and I'm going to have myself a spoon or two of peanut butter for breakfast. Workout. Yeah. Guys, look, we have a couple things going on in my life. And one of the most important, I think, is my beard is going to go away in just 3 short days now. And I'm going to miss this dude. I'm going to miss this thing. This beard is so much fun. You know, so much fun. I feel so different, and I feel so like cool with it. But we said we'd shave it, so we're gonna shave it, and it's sad. You know, it's sad to see it go, but I can grow it again this November. You know what I'm saying? When did I start growing this thing? I think it was like mid-January, maybe even like beginning of February. It's cool because my life's documented, so I could literally go and see. I can find out exactly when I started growing this thing. All right. The bike ride to work can be done in 15 minutes. So after this episode ends, this episode is going to end in about 1 minute, 30 seconds. I will, I think I'll be able to give my pants just a little bit more time in the dryer. I can stretch it just a little bit. I can't be late though. I cannot be late. I got my peanut butter fixing for today. Just had to make sure my breath is nice and peanut butter-y. And we'll say our goodbyes. Everybody, listen. You know me. You know what I'm going to say. So I'll save the tears. I'll save the waterworks. And just give a quick thank you. Thank you as always for tuning in to episode, this time, 94 of Keeping It Real. And like always, I'll be sure to see you tomorrow. Adios.